think part of that listening to Earth is halfway there. But who taught you to listen is the tree. If you observe, sit quietly, and not have an opinion about it, and just get rid of the thought that you listen to Earth, is the first step. The tree will show you how to listen. And that's why Indigenous peoples are this way, at the root even of everybody. See, my mom and my father, my grandmother, my grandmother used to speak the way they spoke the language. They're not here anymore. But as a child, I was sitting at the kitchen table in a log cabin in South Dakota, and grandfather would speak one way, and there'd be a long pause. So as a child, everything you have to wait for, like you're impatient with everything. Once you know, no, I gotta know. And there was a long pause. Grandma would reply because she understood what he was saying. And then that conversation would go. One question or one thought would be because they're feeling energy. So they're conversing. And that was taught to them by listening. The earth taught them to listen. So when you're doing that with the tree's showing you how to listen. And I found out because a child, you're starting to understand what energy is about. So the silence is like the silence of the lightning and the thunder. That's where that language of Lakota exists and lives, the Lako Wichoha. So you can go to quantum physics books, the language of spirituality, not the language of religion, the language of spirituality. That many people are the same when it comes to this. You know, they can watch with the patience in a man or a woman is to watch a rock shrink, and that's over time. But we're so caught up in being, we're so caught up in a human doing rather than a human being. So we want to get things done. At 20, 21, 22, I'm going to have my college degree. Then I'll take time out to work and go get my master's, and I'll go get my PhD, or I'll just drive straight through and then reap the benefits of what that system provides and lose wisdom on the way and come up for reasons why one has lost the wisdom, which is really common sense to Native people. Common sense. So if you understand more so, it's not that you all have to go out and learn an indigenous language. This is the part about originally who you are and not feel sorry about it. But the way we teach is you learn how to say the creations. Like in this case, the poor thought would be the creator's name rather than saying Gaia, or that's not going to do it. It's that you have to really sink deep within yourselves to understand creation not as a god, because that mystery is always going to evade us. Even if I said mystery, I'm naming what we can't ever understand. So this is a moving language we're talking about, and one who's stagnated in their own in love with themselves language. That's why this I, me, my, mine, and ours. So we tending to divide ourselves up, and then for the rest of our lifetimes trying to put it back together.